Yo, what up, friends? Today I want to talk more about Delve. A lot of you guys have been asking me about Delve and the rewards, and is it profitable? Is it not profitable? What depth should I get at? And pretty much where should I take my character, especially at a league start, and how deep should I go, and when should I start seeing rewards? What are the rewards, and pretty much what do I do? Now, my plan going forward is to do more Delve videos. And if you like this content, you want to know about Delve, just like you want to know about Blight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, join the Discord, and all that fun stuff with Twitch. Because going forward, Delve has been just something really cool and a lot of fun. And there's a lot of information out there, both good and bad, and information that people are very hard stuck on, and some people are just have no clue. And so doing all this digging and research has been really eye-opening. Now, I can only speak from the experiences that I have from Delve. I have screenshots from other Delvers, and I've talked to a lot of other sources. I'm planning on league starting in 3.23 and working with a Delver by the name of MarioDelveAncestor. I'm sure some of you guys have known him or seen him. And pretty much my plan is to create Delve content and try to dig deep into Delve and showcase to you guys what you can and can't learn about Delve. But for today's video, I want to talk about different levels and depths of Delve. Now, we could search our subterranean chart by typing the word depth and then putting a number, and pretty much you could see right away depth 1 versus depth 1500. The charts are going to look completely different. And pretty much I just wanted to talk to you about different levels of Delve and where to go and what to do. Now, the average player will probably get to about depth 300, 350. I have the wiki. I'm going to pull it up in a little bit and we'll talk about the wiki and the scaling and stuff. But at depth 300, you can see our mine shaft is pretty basic. We have some Azurite nodes, we have some armor nodes, we have some haunted remains, and you can see just by looking at the mine shaft that the variance in what we get is, you know, pretty varied. Like you have some fossils, you know, this one's pretty good, this one's pretty crap. You got a lot of these little random junk nodes, and you know, you see some cities and some bosses. Now, the rewards in Delve scale the deeper you go. There was a conversation we just had in a Twitch chat right before I recorded this that rewards stop scaling at 1500, I've been told. The wiki reads a little bit different. My personal experience shows that rewards keep scaling, and Delvers that I have talked to have shown that rewards keep scaling. One thing that I will say is the thing that I know for certain that stops scaling is the amount of Azurite that you get. Depth 300 Azurite versus depth 1500 Azurite is very different. Azurite, in my experience, stops scaling at 1500. So at 300 depth, you can expect very few cities. You can expect very few rare fossils. And when you do your Azurite node, and I'll show you really quick how much Azurite you'll get, you should get a lot less Azurite at 300 compared to if you were to go deeper into your mine shaft. This is important because we want to use Azurite to increase our profit per hour. When I was talking to a Delver earlier today, and Mario was telling me that he was delving, he delved over 8 hours earlier, and he said he made about 15 divs an hour, delving straight down. He's roughly about 5K deep. You do not need to get to 5K deep to start making profit that early, or that much kind of profit that early. Profit in Delve starts scaling very quick, very fast as soon as you keep going. Now, I had mentioned in 3.23 that I'm going to want to start delving, and I want to league start Delve, and I'm going to be doing a lot of research and information on it. So there'll be good information, and hopefully I can show you guys going forward from this video on that there is profit. Delve is profitable, and it's kind of something that people just aren't really looking into, and they can probably take a lot of advantage of. Now, we're doing this node at depth 300 because I wanted to show you the difference in scaling and what you can get and what you can expect from going from this node to later on down. So we're just going to wait for this dragon to finish dragon things. And then we'll go down and we'll just kind of take note on how much Azurite that we're going to get here. Dragon. Okay, so we collect our Azurite. A tier 3 node this deep gives us 1700 Azurite. That's roughly 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That's about 5 resonators. 5 resonators from Nico. 300, 1700. Yeah, about 5 resonators. 6 resonators from Nico. It's not too bad. But if I go down to depth 1500 and I just look for a 3-socket fossil, or is there a 3 anywhere? There's one. I knew I had one. I knew I had one ready to go. I knew I had one. I was gonna feel real slave. I'm like, oh no, I gotta pause the video to go get one. Now, Azurite is the one thing that I want to mention and talk about first before we get into fossils and the scaling of fossils and the rewards. Azurite is really important in Delve because it'll be the start of your money making and pretty much give you the jump start to how you're going to make a lot of your profit, especially later on in the league. Especially like right now, resonators are like through the roof expensive, and people always need resonators. People are always trying to craft with resonators. You always want to farm up resonators, and you pretty much just want to like spend a lot of time going to Azurite nodes and getting as much Azurite as you can at any stage of the league, because Azurite, these nodes take like a minute, roughly a minute, and Azurite's always going to be a big money maker for Delve when it comes down to it. We're just gonna hit this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna kill this. This is going to explode, and then they're going to summon a big boss. There he is. Now we got 1700 at depth 300, and you can see right now we've pretty much already doubled our Azurite gain, and we're at 3700. Now this should show you that getting down deeper is going to immediately give you more Azurite, which is going to produce more resonators from Nico at a faster rate. And you can see I did the node at 1500 as fast as I did the node at 300 because of the type of character that I'm playing. Now note, if you're only at 300 and you farm a ton of resonators and a ton of Azurite, you can still make profit. Your divine per hour will definitely go down because you'll be doing the nodes slower. But if you one tap everything, it'll take 2 nodes compared to the 1, and you just kind of want to keep going down. Now, as I go deeper into the mine shaft, we're going to start and we're going to just take a look at depth 1570. Or 1500 or 1570, pretty much where I am. Now you can see in my mine shaft here, I started digging down, and then I said, man, I would love to compare the difference in depth between 1500, 1600, and different depths from different delvers. Now looking down and going down the shaft, you see that we get to about, this node is 1573, and then I'm gonna center this node. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna move my cursor across the screen and move one screen over. Mine shafts will vary, what you see will vary, but the thing that I want to point out the most is the rare nodes on the screen. Looking at this, you can see a bunch of fossil nodes, you can see a bunch of Azurite nodes, you can see a boss node, and more of the rarer nodes compared to what we saw at 300. When you go back in this video and you click back and you look at 300, you see there's a lot of armor nodes, there's a lot of weapon nodes, and a lot of those nodes are immediately gone. Just on the screen here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fossil nodes. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Azurite 3 nodes, 1 boss, another city over there. And then we see a bunch of these nodes right here, which this one contains lightning items. There's Delve hands, there's currency, there's animalistic items, which I'm pretty sure this is really bad. And then there's another sulfite 3 there, another one there. And then we're just going to move another screen over, and we're pretty much going to see the same thing. Now, when I delved sideways, I made sure to avoid all of these good nodes. I plan on going back and farming out all these good nodes because I want to get the fossils and I want to sell the fossils and I want to make a bunch of currency. But I just wanted to showcase to you what it looks like to go over one screen, go over 2 screens. And you can see there's an all city up here. There's a human fisher fossil there. So looking at the next screen over, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more fossils. There is a fire items over there. There's Azurite 3, a bunch of Azurite here, Azurite 3 there, Azurite. And then moving on over again, we didn't get as much of a screen reveal here, but right away you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then more Azurite. Another fire, or that might have been the same fire node. That's probably the same fire node. So you can see right away that at 1500, there's fossils everywhere. Just actually everywhere. Now, if I go to depth 1000, and we start to do the same thing, you can see right here at depth 1000, the lines are lit up. I start moving sideways. So let's take this node and center it, and then let's move over a screen, and you see right away there's just not a whole lot. Now, I know there's variance at the different levels. I know there's going to be variance between your mine shaft and mine. I know things are going to change, but I just want to point out just very quickly, looking at this screen, where the heck are the fossils? Like, there's one up there. Sure, there's one over there and there's one over there, but like compared to 1500, where'd all the fossils go? Now, yes, there's a city there, there's a city there, and there's a city there, and there are more cities. We are seeing more cities, but that comes to variance, just like the fossils. If I come a screen over again and I look, you can see just the same thing. There's just less fossils and less Azurite nodes. There's way more of these armor nodes and weapon nodes, and you can see it. You can see it right away. Now, just to show it again, if I go back down to 1500 and I just scroll a little bit, you can see there's fossils there, fossils there, fossils there, and all stuff that I've just, I skipped because I was going down. While going down, you pretty much only go for stuff if it's like only a couple nodes out of the way, or if you want to make some extra currency. But just looking at this at 1500, you can see a major difference. Going back to 1000 now, just looking around, it's much more barren than what we saw. Even going to depth 600 and doing the same kind of test, we can see 600 has some fossils. We got a good screen of fossils here. We come over a screen, we have a good screen of fossils, and this is where the variance comes in. Sometimes you see fossils, sometimes you don't see a lot of fossils. And then we go screen over again, and there's fossils and not fossils. So what's the story? What are we supposed to do? What are we not supposed to do? 600 has a lot of fossils. 600 is great. You can actually park your character actively at 600, go sideways and make good profit. But you'll notice right away that you have more of these weapon nodes and these armor nodes compared to 1000. You could park your character at 1000 and go sideways and make good profit. You could park your character at 1500 and go sideways and make good profit. You can park your character at 300 and go sideways and make good profit. The thing that I want to point out, and the most important thing of this video that I want you to take away, is the deeper that you go into the mine shaft, the better the rewards and the better the rare fossils or rare nodes are going to be. There is an argument, like I made earlier, that people say at 1500 all the scaling stops. I don't know how true that is. I'm just going to blanketly put it out there that I could be wrong going forward with the next statement I'm going to make, and that scaling stops at 1500. Now, bringing up a couple of screenshots to go with the statement that I just made is I'm under the impression that nodes do not stop scaling, but I've been told they stop scaling. So do your own research from here and make your own assumptions. This is a mine shaft at 3000 and a screenshot at 3000 provided to me by Delvers from Twitch chat. This is another mine shaft again at depth 3100. And you can start to see the differences. This is a look at 4000. This is a look at 5000. Or 5338. And this is 5282. The 5000 and 4000 screenshot were provided by Mario. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, my friend. The other ones were provided by the Twitch chat from a couple different people that were at 3000. And then I snagged this screenshot from the current rank 1 Delver Palero, and the 11,000 just has more nodes and more rare nodes and other things going on. And you can see at 11,000, there's just a ton of different things. And if you compare this to other nodes and other images, it's completely different. Now, I can't say for certainty that it'll always scale or always be like this, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like it scales and it looks like that information is out there. Now, I also have the POE Wiki. I'll link the wiki down below in the description. And if I go into the version history of Delve and I kind of take a look at it, This says the difficulty of delve encounters now scale much faster. The difficulty of encounters at depth 500 is now roughly equivalent to the previous difficulty at depth of 1,000. The depth 1,500 are now previously equivalent to 6,000. So 1,500 now is the old 6,000. The availability of rewards now scales much faster, with the intention that progressing deeper into the Azurite Mine is more rewarding than equivalent depths previously were. For example, depth 500 is now rewarding than depth 1,000. This does not say that rewards stop scaling. This just says that rewards scale faster. As a result of these changes, the Azurite Mine has been permanently reset. People have to get back down there. As previously acquired, the soul of depth has been wiped. City biomes in Azurite now are more common and can be at earlier depths. City biomes can no longer spawn without delve nodes. Like, you could just see right away that none of this says that delve stops scaling. All of this says is that the scaling has changed. So I don't know where people are getting that delve stops scaling, other than the like 5 people that are making content and saying it stops. Now, I'm not disagreeing with them. I'm just saying that it looks like that's not probably the case, or maybe the mine shafts are different. I don't know. And this is what I want to figure out. This is why I'm doing this and trying to figure this out. Things that I will point out that are very good to know. Val Outpost for the Architects starts spawning at depth 50. Kurgle, who we usually ignore, starts spawning at depth 90. And all start spawning at depth 130. All will be a major source of your income. So if you can start delving and get to 130, you can start finding alls and pretty much start kicking his butt and getting some all amulets. Now, as far as profit goes at early league, I don't have that information yet. I only have the information that you guys have given me, and I've been told that early delve is very profitable. I will be testing this myself. I have been told that Mario pushed from 4,700 depth to 5,200 depth, and he made 120 divines going from 4,700 to 5,200. He said that it took him about 8 hours to do, and I have the screenshots. If you guys want that, I can provide that to you guys. And, you know, he's always open to answer questions, both in my Discord and Jorgen's Discord. He's on Twitch chat. You guys can ask him a bunch of questions. But overall, delve is interesting. Delve's got a lot of information that's, I don't know if it's always readily available or out there. I would like to keep digging further into it, and I kind of just want to bring you information as I get it. Right now, the big thing that I know is if you're at depth 300 and you could push further and you like delve, you should push further. You'll make more money. If you're at 400, you should go to 500. If you need to keep going, you should keep going. There is money to be made. There is a lot of money to be made. And for those of you guys who don't think there's money to be made, I was talking about this earlier in Twitch chat. The price of fossils, for example, jagged fossils are 1C a piece, but in bulk, they're roughly 125. This guy will sell out immediately. So they're about 125 fossils to a divine. So if you think fossils are 1C, they're really not. I sold dense fossils earlier today at 100 to a divine. Fractured fossils, 1 to 8. Faceted fossils, 1 to 2. Hollowed fossils, 1 to 3. Gilded fossils, 50, 40 to 1. Shuddering fossils, 21 to 1. These are 11C each. Prime chaotic resonators, 0.3, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 0.3 to 1. 64C each. You can actually buy these at 60C each and then sell them in divines and make money. There is a lot of money to be made in delve. I showed you guys resonators earlier. Resonators, 1 socket resonators are 2 chaos per, or you can sell them 78 to a divine. 77 to a divine. A lot of money to be made in delve. There's a lot. There's a lot. And I fully plan on exploring more delve and looking into it and figuring it out. For now, friends, I wanted to make this video. I wanted to get this out to you guys and just kind of show you that there is money to be made. And I plan on finding it. I plan on telling you guys about it. So if you like this journey, you want to keep coming on with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think. For now, friends, I'm going to get this video out to you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, friends!